Liverpool's latest defeat to Manchester City has sparked fresh debate, not just about tactics and performances, but about accountability at the very top. In the aftermath of a bruising loss, Arne Slot's post-match comments have raised eyebrows, with many questioning whether the Dutchman was willing to shoulder responsibility for the result. Rather than offering a familiar apology or acceptance of blame, Slot struck a different tone, one that has divided opinion among supporters and pundits alike. As pressure continues to build in a tightly contested season, his words and what they reveal about his leadership are now firmly under the spotlight. Let's break this down in today's video, along with going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool failed to seize a crucial opportunity to reignite their season as they fell to a damaging 2-1 defeat against title rivals Manchester City. In a fixture that demanded composure, clarity, and leadership, the Reds instead delivered a disjointed and error-strewn performance, one that ultimately left supporters frustrated and searching for answers. From the opening whistle, Liverpool struggled to impose themselves. Sloppy passing, questionable decision-making, and a lack of cutting edge allowed City to dictate large spells of the contest. Both players and staff must shoulder responsibility, as tactical misjudgments and individual mistakes combined to derail any hopes of a positive result. The turning point came when Dominik Szoboszlai was sent off after bringing down Erling Haaland during a clear goal-scoring opportunity. While some supporters have attempted to defend the Hungarian midfielder, the reality is that the decision was reckless and unnecessary. Going down to 10 men not only killed Liverpool's momentum on the night, but could prove far more damaging in the long term than conceding a third goal ever would have been. With the final whistle blown, attention quickly turned to Arne Slot's post-match response. Many fans expected the Liverpool boss to show accountability, to acknowledge his own shortcomings, admit where things had gone wrong, and focus on putting things right. Instead, they were met with something very different. Rather than accepting responsibility, Slot chose to point the finger elsewhere. The Dutchman raised concerns over refereeing inconsistencies, suggesting that key decisions had gone against his side. For many watching, it felt like an attempt to deflect blame at a moment when honesty and leadership were needed most. In a season where margins are fine and pressure is mounting, moments like this matter. Supporters want transparency, self-reflection, and a clear plan for improvement, not excuses. Slot's refusal to take responsibility after such a poor showing has only intensified scrutiny and fueled doubts about his approach in high-pressure situations. Have a watch of this and decide for yourself.
I can live with the fact, although I don't like it, that the referee follows the rulebook and Dominik makes a foul on Haaland in that last situation, which is a clear shirt pull, and he was through to goal, so he would have scored. So that's a red card. And I think the Sunderland manager is really happy that he gives the red card. So that's the rule book, and you follow the rule book. And if you follow the rule book and you have a clear shirt pull from Gueye and Mo Salah, who's for 8 years scoring that ball every single time, 100 out of 100 times he scores that goal, a bit exaggerated, and that is not a red card, then there is more of my frustration. But I can live with the red card from one. If you like football, you say, leave it as it is, it's a goal, it's good for them, it's good for everyone. But if you're the Sunderland manager, you prefer to see a red card. And that's the rule, and follow the rules is all we ask.
In this portion of the video, we will go over our 5 biggest takeaways from our disappointing 2-1 defeat to Man City. A wild game at Anfield with a pantomime finish served to sum up Liverpool's inability to get the job done and dominate matches, with Man City leaving Anfield with victory for only the second time under Pep Guardiola's reign. Number 1, the late bedlam summed up Liverpool's season. It had the lot. And usually when we say this with the Reds, it's a good thing. It often comes after a thriller in which 3 points have been collected and the match swayed from the bizarre to the sublime. Not here. A stuttered start and unconvincing spells thereafter soon blended into a resurgent Liverpool upon the second half restart, before mistakes crept in, lapses in concentration, and ultimately a pantomime finish. Liverpool's best player on the pitch, who fizzed in yet another long-distance free kick at meteoric pace, somehow ended up getting a straight red rather than a goal being given. Many points of discussion, plenty of outrage, and certainly a case to feel somewhat hard done by. But when it comes to the bottom line, another match which Liverpool could not convert. It's the ongoing story of the season. Number 2. Arne Slot stood by his formation. The manager was rigid in starting with a heavily laden attacking side against City, with each of Salah, Gakpo, Ekitike, and Wirtz forming what at times was a front four fork. As the game became more and more open, particularly as Liverpool took the fixture to City upon the start of the second half, Slot held his nerve. The easy and obvious option to throw in Curtis Jones to soak up possession and search for passes between the lines was always there, but Slot stuck to his guns to have as many finishers on the pitch for as long as it took for Liverpool to break the deadlock. Jones arrived after Szoboszlai rattled the back of the Kopp end goal and City equalised, but the late carnage made his impact minimal. Had Liverpool held strong and been more fortunate with the decision-making of the officials, Slot's resolute approach would have perhaps looked wise. Number 3. Mohamed Salah has bought into his Liverpool role. This wasn't a vintage Salah performance in the slightest. His impact ebbed and flowed at slow intervals, and the Egyptian king won't be thrilled with his offering, but it was an interesting case study on where Salah now finds himself. The leading light in the Reds' forward line is now making more progressive runs for the good of others. On numerous occasions at Anfield, Salah darted forward and drifted inside to pull away the full-back, allowing Florian Wirtz or Cody Gakpo to come inside and snatch freed up space. Salah didn't look clinical, but he saw the ball for large patches and his passing range soon became dialed. The Trivela through ball cross to Hugo Ekitike was artwork and was deserving of the certain goal which it should have produced. Now we're seeing Salah, to some degree, accepting that he is no longer Liverpool's main man. Number 4, Milos Kerkez shows he is a big game player. It feels hollow, giving out praise when another match has been passed up, and points squandered at home, but Milos Kerkez gave a good account of himself here and is showing something Liverpool have known all along. He's very comfortable against the elite names, low block, slow paced teams who deliberately set up to play for the slow burn. Battle of attrition matches are always prone to catch Kerkez drifting, but these fixtures, where high caliber opponents constantly want the duels and go bombing forward with lightning fast turnovers, are the ones in which Kerkez thrives. Opta stats confirmed Kerkez made the most progressive runs between the two defences, and his clattering slide challenge to thwart a City counter and immediately get Liverpool attacking was welcomed with a booming roar on the Kop. Number 5. Liverpool can't match opponents for 90 minutes. Opinions can be taken away from the match, but it's the stats that will historically be looked back upon. Liverpool finished with a 1.21 XG to City's 2.73. They were largely outplayed for the majority, save for a purple patch in the middle, and never looked fully in control. There have been strong performances this season against top caliber opponents. Think Real Madrid or Inter Milan, but Liverpool's inability to dominate for 90 minutes in the Premier League is now wildly obvious. Szoboszlai's goal may well have been the difference in another timeline here, and Liverpool get a 1-0 win similar to how they did against Arsenal earlier in the campaign. If so, this match would have joined the victory over Mikel Arteta's men as another very fortuitous, somewhat haphazard affair. In the end, Liverpool were simply stung here instead. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.